Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. This is going to be a let's play. Hold yourself into your seats pretty damn hard, because we've got a small announcement here. We've been contacted by a games developer and we've been given a Steam key for a game, so we have to put that out there straight away. This is a let's play on a game we have not paid for.
We've made it, baby!
This is not an advertisement. We're not being paid to do this video, apart from being given access to the game. Okay, so I want to get that out there. So the game we're playing is the Fighting Fantasy Classics game that you can get on Steam. It's free to purchase, and you get a single game book. But they've asked us to have some fun with the rest of the titles that are available in the game. So we've chosen to go with Deathtrap Dungeon today, but you do get Bloodbones as well. So I want to say a massive shout out and a thank you to Amelia from Tin Man Games over in Australia. Contacted us and asked if we wanted to have a go with these, as we've had some Fighting Fantasy stuff on our channel, and we have.
Yes.
So well done for your research there.
We super like them. So
yes.
As far as I know, I've not tried this yet. Snare has. As far as I know, it's just the book and a computer-aided combat system. Yes.
Yep. Still rolling dice, but it's mouse clicks and reading. So let's just have a little relax. Get yourself a beer or a coffee, whatever you like. No, not you. You got to work. And we'll just go through the game and have some fun. Because these game books were fantastic things for me as a kid. I loved them to bits. You did as well.
Yes.
And I've made some videos recently, but we're going to try out some Deathtrap Dungeon. It's book number 6.
Did you say that this is also available on like tablet?
I think it is, but Tin Man Games, I'm pretty sure I've actually purchased some stuff from them before. Notably the Warlock of Fight Up Mountain, and I think they had a second one out. But this is kind of cool seeing the others here. So
yeah, this would be amazing on tablet.
Yeah, I think it would be. So hopefully you can get on tablet, but it's definitely on Steam. That's where we got it from.
Yep. Okay, so let's have a look at the Deathtrap of the Dungeon. What is that?
That's the
You looking at my bum? Oh yeah. It's nice, isn't it? Let's go.
Classics.
Yeah, it's fun.
So at the start of every game book, you always had this bit of text. Remember that? It was just like, here's how you play the game. This is book number 74, but never got that far.
I think it was 5 or 6, wasn't it, Deathtrap?
Deathtrap 6.
6.
But you always had this at the start, explaining how the game works. Basically, you'd roll to get your stats to start with, and then you'd roll for combat, and it'd be quite simple. So you could play on your own with a pencil and a bit of paper. So we don't need to have a bit of paper or a pencil because we've got it online. Digital. So I think you click on the side of the page there.
Oh, wait, that's one.
In the middle, I think.
In the middle. There he is.
There's arrows there. It's probably so you don't have to move your mouse too far.
Okay, so Adventurer, play Deathtrap Dungeon exactly how Ian Livingstone designed it. Oh, the Livingstone. Very little has been changed from the printed version. Your starting score is calculated by rolling 1d6 plus 6. You're also given unlimited bookmarks, which will act like placing your fingers between them. I like that. That's very reminiscent.
Everyone played it like this.
Yeah, I'd just keep that until I've made 7 other decisions and run out of fingers, and then regret not being able to have another finger in there. I've said that far too much in my life. Article here? No. 3 read. Play Deathtrap sounds like old school cheater, and 3 reload. Roll your characters at the same range you were, but you're given 3 extra options to easily navigate. Rewind for your choice. But I would have thought that would be like you just automatically win all the combats.
Yeah, as I used to play it.
Yeah, that's what I used to do as well.
So let's do Adventure. Let's see how well we do, mate.
Okay. There's another page here.
I was just kind of talking about the adventure sheet.
So which difficulty do you choose? Well, if you do Adventurer, then
yeah,
it's Livingstone intended.
So one thing I do like about this version of reading these books is that you have the music going on, so you can put some headphones in.
Yeah, we have Dungeon Delver because we thought it appropriate for Deathtrap Dungeon.
Makes sense.
Yes. Okay, before we can calculate your initial stamina scans reflects your general constitution, your will to survive, and your determination overall fitness. The higher your stamina score, the longer you'll be able to survive. You must roll 2 dice and add 12 to the number rolled. This is then entered in the stamina box on your adventure sheet. Stamina will go up and down during this journey, but if your stamina falls to 0, you will die and your adventure is over.
So you got a little dice option there to roll your dice.
8, that's not bad. We have 20.
Not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all.
over average. Next is skill. So skill reflects your swordsmanship, general fighting experience, blah blah blah. So it's this
1 die plus 6.
1 die plus 6. Boom! Uh-oh.
Boo!
Oh dear.
And now your luck, which is never really that important in games.
I
never found luck that
I bet I
important.
fucking boss this then. And then I must choose a potion to take with you.
Ooh,
3 just.
close. I think you hit the binder.
Right, let's choose our potion.
Well, we are an adventurer kind of barbarian type, aren't we? Really?
I can't remember, it's been a while. Last time I had a look at Death Trap Dungeon, it was that shitty 3D game that came out on
we don't
early
talk about
PCs.
I reckon probably take a potion for the thing you're least good at.
Little skill then.
Yeah. Just get out of the sticky
To take the
spot.
potion of skill, yes.
Prepare your adventurer's equipment.
Okay. The adventurer's sword, leather armor, a backpack containing provisions to sustain you during a journey. Ration provisions and successful adventures include excluding combat packs in the adventure sheet, but each move restores 4 stamina. Be sure to pay close attention to stamina restore it regularly. Different incentive with how many provisions at the beginning of the adventure start at 10. Well, hardcore is doing question when characters. La 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 la. Yes, okay, good.
Your baby gun.
Right.
And now we read.
Now we read.
On video.
On video. We're reading on video. Would you like to read on video or should I read on
You
video?
can read on video.
Oh, that's very kind.
That's right.
Okay. Despite its name, Fang was an ordinary town in the northern province of Chiang Mai, situated on the banks of the River Kok.
That's going to be coming up very, very a lot of times, I imagine.
Maybe we should call it Coke or something, just so I don't giggle.
No, it is spelled cock.
It made a convenient stopover for river traders and passengers throughout most of the year. A few barges, rafts, and sometimes even a large sailboat could usually be found moored at Fang. But all that was long ago, before the creation of the Trial of Champions. Now once a year the river is crammed with boats as people arrive from hundreds of miles around, hoping to witness the breaking of an ancient tradition in Fang and see a victor in the Trial of Champions. Each year, warriors and heroes come to Fang to face the tests of their lives. Survival is unlikely, yet many take the risk, for the prize is great, a purse of 10,000 gold pieces.
Ooh.
And the freedom of Chiang Mai forever. What, so he just goes anywhere he wants?
Yeah.
Cool. However, to become a champion is no easy task. Some years ago, a powerful baron of Fang called... Oh, this is why you want me to read it.
Succumvit.
Succumvit. Sounds like he should be on an IT support line. Decided to bring attention to his town by creating the ultimate contest. With the help of the townspeople, he constructed a labyrinth deep in the hillside. 4 words. Behind Fang, from which there were only one exit. The labyrinth was filled with all kinds of deadly tricks and traps, and loathsome monsters. That was too many ands for that sentence. Succumvit had designed it in meticulous detail so that anybody hoping to face its challenge would have to use their wits as well as weapon skill. Thank fuck for that. When he was finally satisfied that all was complete, he put the labyrinth to the test. He picked 10 of his finest guards, and fully armed, they marched into the labyrinth. They were never seen again. There they are, I've seen them. Look, he's melted.
Bits.
The tale of the ill-fated guards soon spread throughout the land, and it was then that Succumvit announced the first Trial of Champions. Messengers and news sheets carried his challenge: 10,000 gold pieces and the freedom of Chiang Mai forever, to any person surviving the perils of the Labyrinth of Fang. The first year, 17 brave warriors attempted the walk, as it later came to be known. No one reappeared. Not one reappeared. As the years passed and the Trial of Champions continued, it attracted more and more challengers and spectators. Fang prospered and would prepare itself months in advance for the spectacle it hosted each year. The town would be decorated, tents erected, dining halls built, musicians, dancers, fire eaters, illusionists, and every sort of entertainer hired, and entries registered from hopeful individuals intent on making the walk. The week leading up to the festival found the people of Fang and its visitors in wild celebration. Everybody sang, drank, danced and laughed until the day of the trial broke. and the town thronged to the gates of the labyrinth to watch the first challenger of the year step forward to face the trial of champions. Having seen of one of Succumvit's challenge flyers nailed to a tree, you decide that this year you will attempt the walk. For the last 5 years you have been attracted to it. It's dead a nice bump. Not for the rewards, but for the simple fact that nobody has ever emerged victorious from the labyrinth. You intend to make this year in which a champion's, does that make sense? I don't know. Crown. Gathering up a few belongings, you set off immediately. 2 days' walk takes you west to the coast, where you enter the cursed port Blacksand, wasting no time in that city of thieves. Name drop.
And Trial of Champions. That's a name drop as well.
Oh yeah, of course it is. You buy your passage on a small boat sailing north to where the River Cock meets the sea, and from there you raft upriver for 4 days until you finally arrive in Fang.
That's what she said.
Yeah. The trial begins in 3 days' time, and the town is in an almost hysterical mood of excitement. You register your entry with the officials and are given a violet scarf to tie around your arm. Okay. Informing everyone of your status. For 3 days you enjoy Fang's greatest hospitality and are treated like a demigod. During the long merriment, you almost forget your purpose in Fang, but the evening before the trial, the magnitude of the task ahead of you begins to dominate your thoughts. Later, you are taken to a special guest house and shown to your room. There is a splendid 4-poster bed with satin sheets to help you rest. But there is little time left for sleep.
That's what she said. There's lots of times you could say that in these books.
Just before dawn, a trumpet call awakens you from vivid dreams of flaming pits and giant black spiders. Oh yeah. Chekhov's gun, is it? Minutes later, there's a knock on your door, and a man's voice rings out saying,
"The challenge begins soon. Please be ready to leave in 10 minutes.
Climb out of bed, walk over the window, and open the shutters. Already people are thronging the streets, moving quickly through the morning mist. Spectators on their way to the labyrinth, no doubt, hoping to find good vantage points from which to watch the competitors. You turn away and walk over to a wooden table on which your trusty sword lies. You pick it up and cut the air with a mighty sweep, wondering what beasts its sharp edge may soon have to meet. Then you open the door into the corridor. A small man greets you with a low bow as you emerge from your bedroom.
Please follow me,"
he says.
Am I character voice man?
Your character voice man if I'm narrator voice man. I mean, oh God, look at all this.
Are you enjoying yourself? Do you want me to take over for a bit?
You take over, I'll do character voices.
He turns to his left and walks quickly towards the stairs at the end of the corridor. Leaving your guest house, he darts down narrow alleyways between houses, and you have to walk quickly to keep up with him.
This does not seem wise, O'Neill.
Soon you have to come into a wide dirt road lined with cheering crowds. When they see your violet scarf, they cheer even louder and start showering you with flowers. The long shadows cast by the people in front of you shrink as the bright yellow sun rises higher in the morning sky. Standing there in front of the noisy and vibrant crowd, you feel strangely alone, aware of your coming ordeal. That's not very nice to talk about premature ejaculation. Suddenly you feel a tug on your shirt and you see a small guide eagerly beckoning you to follow him.
Wait, I'm character.
Sorry. Thank you. Ahead, you see the looming hillside of the dark mouth and the dark mouth of a tunnel disappearing into its inner depths. As you get closer, you notice 2 great stone pillars on either side of the tunnel entrance. The pillars are covered with ornate carvings, writhing serpents, demons, deities, each seeming to scream a silent warning to those who would pass beyond them. I remember choices
picture.
in the previous games.
We can block the pictures, cool.
Oh, wicked! Now there's a book called You Are the Hero that was written by a guy called Jonathan Green, who goes into all of the different books and all the artwork and the people behind it all. That's pretty cool. What have we got here? We've got options on the bottom.
We've got a map,
Ooh,
an adventure sheet,
okay.
and my mouse isn't moving. Bookmarks,
Really.
home, and options. So
Okay, have a quick look at the adventure sheet. So that's our stamina, skill, and luck.
yes, I named as Bitey.
Hooray! It's Bitey! Cool, okay. Click on the adventure sheet again.
Let's get to the sleek elven woman that I've just seen over there.
You see Baron Succumvit himself standing by the entrance, waiting to greet the contenders in Trial of Champions. You count 5 others standing proudly in line, the violet scarves displayed for all to see. There are 2 bare-chested barbarians dressed in furs. They stand completely motionless, legs straight and slightly apart.
Oh, they're ready. Ready for action.
They are ready. Arms thrust forward to rest on the hilts of their long, double-headed
battle
axes. A sleek elven woman with golden hair and feline green eyes is adjusting the crossbelt of daggers wrapped around her leather tunic. Of the 2 remaining men, one is covered from head to foot in ironblade armour with a plumed helmet and crested shield. The other is cloaked in black robes, only his dark eyes shown between the swathes of his black face scarves, long knives, a wire garrote, and other silent death weapons hang from his belt.
What we use is a wire garrote on like monsters.
Okay.
You're going to go like right near the bitey part to put that on.
Floss their teeth, maybe. The 5 contenders acknowledge your arrival with almost imperceptible nods of the head as you turn to face the exultant crowd for the last time. Suddenly, a hush falls over the crowd as Baron Succumbit steps forward holding 6 bamboo sticks, who draw one from the outstretched hands and read the word 5th. Then the trial begins. The knight is first. He salutes the crowd before disappearing into the tunnel. He's followed half an hour later by the elf. Next goes a barbarian and then the dark assassin. Now it is your turn to salute the crowd, holding your violet scarf aloft. Take one final deep breath of cool fresh air before turning the pass between the stone pillar gateway and into Succumbit's corridors of power, to face unknown perils and walk through the mighty Baron's death trap dungeon. Now, turn over. Not different video, just the page. The clamour of excited spectators gradually fades as you venture deep into the gloom of the cavern tunnel. Large crystals hang from the tunnel roof at 20-metre intervals, radiating a soft light, just enough for you to see your way. As your eyes gradually become accustomed to the near darkness, you begin to see movement all around. Spiders and beetles crawling up and down the chiselled walls disappear quickly into cracks and crevices as they sense your approach. Rats and mice scurry along the floor ahead of you. Droplets of water drip into small pools with eerie plopping sounds which echo down the tunnel. The air is cold, moist and dank. That's what she said. After walking slowly along the tunnel for about 5 minutes, you arrive at a stone table standing against the wall on your left. On it there are 6 boxes, of which one has your name painted on its lid. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
It's probably because I put in bitey when I did the place up.
If you wish to open the box, turn to 270. If you prefer to continue walking north, turn to 66. Well, I think it's clear we have to open the box.
You chose the box. What's inside the box? Absolutely nothing. You so stupid. I love you, Chef. Open the box.
The lid of the box lifts off easily. Inside you find 2 gold pieces and a note written on a small piece of parchment addressed to you. After placing the gold in your pocket, you read the message which says,
"Well done. At least you have the sense to stop and take advantage of the token egg given to you. Now I can advise you that you will need to find me and use several items if you wish to pass triumphantly through my death trap dungeon. Succumbit."
Memorising the advice of the note, you tear into tiny pieces and continue north along the tunnel. That's rude.
Yeah, why don't we just keep it?
It's not secret.
No.
But let's turn to 66. After walking down a tunnel for a few minutes, you come to a junction. A white arrow painted on the walls points west. On the floor you see wet footprints made by those who entered before you. It's hard to be sure, but it looks like though 3 of them followed in the direction of the arrow, while 1 decided to go east. If you wish to head west, turn to 293. If you wish to head east, on 19.
It might be the sexy elf woman that went off alone, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe catch her in a compromising position.
Maybe.
Needing a little bit of a help from like a heroic man like me. Us. Heroic men like us.
Yeah, you're not really a feminist, are you, mate?
What now?
Okay, whatever you want to do.
I wonder if... Oh no, I can't get to it. Oh, it's good. Oh, so there you go, that's what it's doing. So fang and labelled boxes.
Our choices, basically.
Okay. I was curious. Right, I think we should follow the arrow. Because following instructions has done us no harm so far, and we've had gold pieces.
Okay.
Yes, so that is going
west.
Following
3 sets of wet footprints along the west passage of the tunnel, you soon arrive at a junction. If you want to continue, 137. If you want to head north, 387.
No.
So following 2 or go to 1.
I think we follow the 2.
If you want to. I don't know what's going to happen. I honestly don't.
These things can just kill you. Like
I haven't read this book in about 30 years.
You turn west and fall through the floor at the end.
Different. Walking along the tunnel, you're supposed to see a large iron bell hanging down from the ceiling. If you wish to ring the bell, 220. If you want to rather walk around it and continue west.
Oh, tempting. What do you think?
Now, in these books, normally if you've got something as obvious as that, it's going to be bad if you ring the bell.
Yeah, but it might be something we need for later or something.
It could be, or you could summon a monster.
I could
We
summon.
could have our first battle. Let's do it.
Okay.
Ring the bell.
Ringing the bell.
We always tell people ring the bell.
Oh, there's it.
Interestingly, if you do like the reading out of content, it's not our usual type of video, but please feel free to subscribe down below, leave a comment, like the video, and also ring the bell like we're going to do.
Plus, you know, there's loads more of these, so if you want us to do them, let us know.
A dull bong sounds from the bell like a death toll. Everything around you starts to vibrate and you grit your teeth as your head too starts to shudder. Your whole body is trembling and you fall to the floor. You quiver and shake, writhing convulsively on the floor. As the vibrations intensify, you lose 2 skill points and 2 stamina points.
Oh, fucking hell.
You search desperately for a way of stopping the bell. Will you scream as loud as you can? Try to deaden the bell with your boot.
I think we need to put a bookmark in this.
I think we should just see if we can go for it. So
Scream. Screaming would. I don't think it's going to stop the bell. So maybe deaden it with a boot. You think is that going to be effective? Maybe it's just going to cause our hand to explode as we try.
it'll probably like shatter our fucking foot, wouldn't it?
Well, no, we won't. The boot will be off of our foot.
No. What you're writhing around in pain?
Yeah. So you take off your boot and try and deaden the bell with the boot. You don't.
No, I think the idea is you're writhing around the floor. You're going to put your foot.
Well,
on
we've got to pick this one now to see if there's a picture to prove he's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pull off your boot
Yes!
and force yourself up to reach and hold against the bell. Slowly the bell stops vibrating and the pain in your body gradually eases. You manage to stand up, but you do not release your boot from the bell until it becomes completely still. You put your boot back on your foot and then continue your journey west. Well done. Well, to be honest, screaming at a fucking piece of metal was not going to be the option, was it? Let's see what happens. The tunnel veers sharply to the right and continues north as far as you can see. You hear a tremendous commotion in the distance, growling and snarling and howling. You draw your sword and set off in the direction of the noise. Let's have a fight.
Yes.
I want to see a fight.
We've already lost a load of skill points. Is it worth us using that potion?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, hello.
Ahead in the dim light you see 2 hobgoblins fighting, punching and kicking each other furiously. There's a leather bag lying on the floor. It seems to be this that they're fighting over. Will you try and talk to them? Really? Attack them with your sword or try to slip by them unnoticed? Well, if we try to slip by, we'll have to do a test. If we attack them, that's our strongest stat, so I reckon we attack them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Hobgoblins are unprepared for your attack, and you're able to kill the first one with your
Yay!
sword. Turn to face you and remaining hobgoblin who snarls at you all hatred. So this is nice, because we're playing this way, you have to do the fight, you can't just jump past it. So the other options are locked until we've had a fight. So let's do it. You must fight!
And let's go. So I guess I'm hobgoblin. So that's a hatred-filled snarl.
I've never known the real difference between a hobgoblin and a goblin.
Hobgoblins are bigger.
Okay.
Depends on what they're from, actually. From like D&D, they're also different colour. Usually fat.
Let's fight the ugly big fucker.
Fighty! Hobgoblin, fight! You must fight!
Well, he's got more skill, but we've got more stamina.
Well, they're a lot more stamina.
Okay, click to fight.
Fight! So this is red, ours is white. That's dropped.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Fish.
uh-oh.
Ouch.
Is that just one or is no, it's not one. Fight or luck? Well, our luck's pretty good. Maybe we should do luck.
Try luck, I suppose.
3, 12.
Just a scratch.
Oh, I see. So that mitigates the damage. Yes, have it.
Cha-ching. Go and fight again. So we're not going to use up our luck points.
Okay, yeah. Yes. I'm beasting him now.
I quite like this. It's quite, dynamic and it keeps it moving.
Oh, so
It's alright. We got him.
I'll use it one more time.
Yes.
Check me out.
You are triumphant. Excellent.
Yay me. So I can't even say, oh no, I lost.
Why would you? The hobgoblins have nothing of any use to you on them, so you decide to open the bag on the floor. Inside you find a corked earthenware jug. You uncork it and sniff the liquid inside. It smells sharp and acrid. If you wish to drink some of the liquid, if you wish to dip a piece of cloth in it, I think we should dip a piece of coffee.
Yeah, I think so too. The drinking it seems a bit.
Acrid smoke rises from the jug as you lower the cloth into it. The liquid is unmistakably
There we
acid.
go.
You recook the jug and place it in your backpack, hoping it may be used later. You sheathe the sword and press on northwards.
I hope we don't fall over or anything. That could be painful.
Like Alien, wasn't it? It's going through the decks. It's blood. The tunnel soon takes another sharp right turn. Following it east, you arrive at a strange obstruction. A line of 12 wooden poles across the tunnel. They are fixed to the walls about half a metre across off the floor and spaced a metre apart. If you wish to step between the poles, turn to 58. If you wish to walk across the top of the poles, 2 to 3.
I think it's going to be across the top because I reckon some blades is coming out of them or something.
Well, I think putting your appendages in holes in a dungeon is probably a bad idea.
It's poles,
However-
not holes.
No. Step between the poles, it would be like in the gap.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's bad. So I think
across
we
the
should
top.
walk across the top. Yeah.
Just-
You step
Oh.
confidently on the first pole and stride across to the next. As you land on the third pole, immediately releases a shower of sharp splinters. Each several centimetres long, you lose 2 luck points. Damn it. They fly in all directions at great speed, and you cannot avoid being hit. Roll 2 dice to determine whether the number of splinters that sink into your
God.
flesh. Oh dear. You lose 1 stamina point for each splinter. Roll 1 die.
Oh.
Ow! Ow!
You're still alive.
You must rest for a long time to recover from the wounds caused by the splinters. Eventually, you feel well enough to move along. Never understood that. How long does it take for a splinter to heal up? What? A couple of days?
Oh no, like a big one, isn't it?
I think we should probably use
Yeah.
one of our little things.
Look at the things. Look at the things. Can I just, no, oh. No, option it's definitely said adventure sheet, didn't it? Maybe if I click on that. No.
Well, maybe we didn't have any.
Oh, we should have provisions. Where's our provisions, you bastard?
Is it under settings, maybe? Like, or maybe click on the red bit on the side.
Oh,
Look.
Ah, I can drag it.
Ah,
There we go.
Provisions.
Yes.
You can use another one actually because there's 4.
Yes.
That's fine. No more.
Skill? Is this temporary though? I don't think it is. And why would it be temporary?
Use it if you want.
Budget. 7.
Oh, it just puts it back up to normal. Shit. Only
It's
lost
still,
one.
well, it's still shit. But, yes, you can go. Okay.
So let's turn to 313.
303.
The tunnel ends at a junction. The footprints you've been following turn north, and you just have to stay with them. 10:32.
Okay, I shall take over reading duties now, my friend. You soon come to another junction in the tunnel. One branch leads east, but the wet footprints you have been following continue north, and you decide to follow their trail. Not given us a choice.
This happened quite a lot in the books. You go to a bit that just says, "Oh, this happened. Now turn here," because it always felt like it a little bit out of place. But,
Oh!
oh, let's check out the artwork.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
I like his chair with the birds. He looks like
It's a Buddhist monk. But
I was
fat and
gonna
huge.
say Buddha, yeah, but I was like,
He's got
maybe
a
I
lotus
shouldn't say
position
that
going
and
on
then
there.
feel
He's
like.
even doing that with his fingers.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
2 bird in the hand.
Is he golden now? Okay, the passage opens into a wide cavern which is darker than but much drier. Ahead you see the footprints gradually fade and disappear. There is a large idol in the center of the cavern, standing approximately 6 meters high. That's a big fucking Buddha. There's jeweled eyes, such as each as big as your fist. There are 2 giant stuffed bird-like creatures standing on each side of the idol. If you wish to climb the idol to take the jewels, turn to 351. If you wish to walk through the cavern to the tunnel on the opposite wall, turn to 239.
Both could be bad.
They both could be bad, like...
Let's go for jewels.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why not?
That strikes me as the least sensible, but okay. The idol is very smooth and will be difficult to climb. Do you have any rope? We do not have rope. We're going to still get injured now.
Probably.
Test your luck. Slowly and carefully begin to climb the idol. You're about to grab hold of its large ear when suddenly your foot
We
slips.
still have a chance, Lee.
You're lucky, you need a luck score of 6 or below, and you roll a luck score of 6. Perfect. You just managed to grab the idol's earlobe and regain your footing. You scramble over its face and sit down on the bridge of its nose. Ooh, saucy. You draw your sword and consider which jeweled eye to prize out first. Left or
Always
right?
go left.
Always go left.
Yeah. When in doubt in adventure games, always go left. Mazes, eyes.
Uh-oh. As you touch the emerald eye of the idol, you hear a creaking sound below you. Looking down, you are shocked to see the two stuffed birds taking flight. Their wings flap in jerky movements, but they are soon above you and look set to attack. Fight the flying guardians one at a time, but your skill is reduced by 2 during this combat because of your restricted position.
Great.
Wonderful. Yes, always go left. You heard that, ladies and gentlemen? Always go left.
Oh shit.
Oh,
the skill's the same.
No, we've got -2 on that as well.
Oh fuck, it's not the same, is it?
No.
Bollocks. Okay.
Fight!
Lose.
By 1, I think. Oh, Christ! Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
No.
Miss you bad.
I'm glad we took those provisions.
No, we did well, we did well. Have it!
Have that, you son of a bitch.
How come you took 5 off him? 1 off him? Oh, it was 5, wasn't it? Uh-oh. We're so dead. You have killed us by choosing the wrong eye.
I don't care. Oh, no.
No.
Ouch. I'm glad we got those provisions. Yes.
We've got another one to fight after this.
We won't be able to take provisions in between them.
No, maybe.
Both miss. I'm glad it's both miss and not both hit.
Ah, ooh, that was good.
Yes.
Come
One
on,
more.
come on, 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 come on. Uh-oh.
Same.
No, he's above us. This is increased skill. That was a cocked eye. Gee, that's unfair. Oh, come on!
Shit, we might lose this. Oh, we're taken out by a bird.
A stuffed bird. Come on. Oh. That's bad. Ow.
Ow, ow. No. Sorry, Lee.
Knew it should have been the right eye.
That's it.
Yeah, we're dead. You're overcome by your enemies. Ouch.
Well, if you are defeated, I'll read the prologue. It was my fault.
Yes, I think so.
You are dead. You have failed your quest to best Baron Succumbit's Trial of Champions and claim the 10,000 gold piece prize. The end.
Well, to be fair, 9,999.98 even.
Yeah, we did get 2 out of
Got
the box.
2.
Ah!
Up your succumbit or whatever.
Well, to be fair, that's probably a nice taster anyway
Yeah.
of the game. It's, you know, we could sit here for hours playing this.
And it
quite
is.
happily.
They are brutal books.
Yeah, which is why you quite often didn't play with dice. You just said, "Oh yeah, I won that."
Yeah.
Moved on.
Go on.
But doing it hardcore like that, it's a nice. It felt good. I mean, it's written in the way that you remember.
Well, exactly the way.
Yeah, but all the books had that certain phrasing and cadence of speech of like, oh, old English type feeling, and you know, it was nice to listen to.
Mm.
Read through. But guys, yeah, this game is free on Steam. I think each game, as you can see, these ones are like padlocked. To unlock a book, was it about $2.90?
$2.90.
£3, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Cool.
So once again, we just state thanks to Amelia from Tin Man Games. Thank you for getting in contact
Thank you very much.
and sharing a Steam key with us to be able to do this video and get involved in it. These are just books, digital versions, so it's not usual kind of gaming content, but I think it's a lovely way to experience these books. I'm a massive fan of them from old, so it's been a lovely chance to sit down and sort of play them again.
Yeah, it definitely ties in nicely with some of the stuff that we've done in the past. I think we've done a couple of proper games for this, and of course your Final Fantasy collection.
Yeah, so it's been great. So guys, thanks for joining us on this little journey of nostalgia and stuff. It's been great.
And humiliating defeat at the hands of stuffed birds.
Yes, let's not forget that. Just
one of them. The other one didn't even bother. He was just like, yeah, whatever.
But yeah, so guys, we do have videos coming out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If you'd like us to do any more of these books, by the way, and just do a little kind of series of them, please let us know down in the comments. Like and subscribe as well is always good too.
Yeah, we can't promise a full playthrough of any of them because that would take hours.
And we'd have to like not die.
Yeah, there'd be so many restarts. I suppose we could do it on cheating mode, but
We could do it cheating.
we could do it on cheating mode.
Have you win? Yes. Did you win that one? Yes. But yes, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.